In the North American desert, Penelope Prairie Dog greets the sheriff when all of a sudden she gets stung. Director Scratch informs Sam and Kit of the new case, so they need to figure out who did it. However, the director wants Sam to finish 9,000 incomplete case reports, much to his dismay, while Agent Casey will be solving the mystery solo. Kit reaches the North American desert and is astonished at the sight of the huge cactus. She questions the townspeople and learns that the sheriff caught the culprit, who turns out to be the scorpion Barb. The sheriff caught her snoozing under some rocks nearby. Barb denies everything, claiming that she wasn't awake when it happened. Kit explains that scorpions are nocturnal. They mostly sleep during the day. Scorpions mostly use their claws to attack, and they only use their stingers if they're in real danger. Scorpion stings are also venomous, and Kit explains to Penelope that if Barb had stung her, she'd be feeling sick now, so the sheriff decides to let Barb go. Kit promises everyone to find the culprit. Barb offers to assist her since she knows the area well. Meanwhile, Sam is shown snowed under with the reports. Kit and Barb believe that fire ants and bees both sting and they've both been seen nearby. They drive their vehicle to where the fire ants are. They decide to stop since the big mounds are fire ant hills. If they disturb them, the ants inside will get all riled up, so they will swarm together and sting. Kit and Barb tread carefully, but Sam calls them to inquire about the case. He's feeling bored with the paperwork, but Kit hangs up to question the fire ants. They claim that they've been out gathering figs all day. Kit realizes that there weren't any fig trees near where Penelope was stung, and fire ants attack as a group, but Penelope was only stung once. She deduces that the fire ants didn't sting her. Next, they head to where the bees were last spotted, which is the hole in the ground. Kit remembers that some bees build their hives underground. They then hear bees buzzing angrily and try to flee, but they get chased by a huge swarm of angry bees. And as they gain on them, both Kit and Barb jump off the vehicle into the pool and manage to lose them. Kit gets stung and notices that the stinger is still stuck in her hand, but there wasn't a stinger stuck on Penelope's rear end, which means that the bee didn't sting her. Kit is about to sit on a jumping cholla cactus when Barb warns her and explains that even just brushing up against one of them makes their spines come off. Kit remembers seeing that kind of cactus before and figures out what stung Penelope. She explains to her what happened and that a cactus spine got stuck on her pants. It stung her when she sat down. The sheriff congratulates Kit for figuring out another creature case. She meets with Sam and tells him about her day. Sam also managed to finish all the reports. In the North American wetlands, the birds are being bothered by the sound of constant water dripping. Meanwhile, Sam and Kit break a new record and level up to super senior agents of Clade. Director Scratch congratulates them and informs them that as super senior agents, it's their responsibility to train a new class of Clade detectives. She introduces them to Junior Agent Cubby, one of Clade's rising stars. She was top of her class and found every hidden paw print in the obstacle course. The director explains that Cubby will be joining them on the newest case. They need to figure out what's making the noise. The three detectives reach the destination and start interviewing the local birds. The mothers complain that their baby birds can hardly nap because of the dripping racket. Cubby asks if they saw anything unusual. The bird informs them that she saw something rustling in the reeds. Just then, the dripping sound resumes, and Kit realizes that the sound is coming from the marsh. Using stilts, they cross the swamps. Kit finds a feather which is the same color as the marsh reeds, so they may be dealing with a master of camouflage who can blend in with the reeds. Cubby comes across an American bittern making the dripping sound. Sam asks him to belch down as it's bothering the locals. The American bittern explains that he only made that noise to tell other bitterns that this is his marsh, but since he doesn't see any others around, he decides to stop. Cubby is excited about solving the case and takes a selfie with Sam and Kit, but then she spots two bitterns making the noise as they both want that marsh. The two start fighting over the new territory. Cubby tries to break up the fight, but they inadvertently pick her up and fly with her. Cubby takes a selfie in the air, but then the bird drops her. Sam and Kit manage to save her. The two bitterns are still fighting, and they start bothering the baby birds and their mothers. Sam suggests luring them away from each other with their I spies to another marsh further from where the birds are. Their plan works, and the bitterns are splitting up and settling in their new habitats. The chicks thank the agents. Kit and Sam praise Cubby for her excellent work in solving the case.